I was at this party many years ago, and there was this woman who was like a family friend, and very attractive woman. I mean, she was pretty, nice body, everything, right? This woman had an amazing job, intelligent, success, like you name it. As far as her resume on the surface, she got it. And I'm like, what's going like this? I know she wants a relationship. I know she wants marriage. Hasn't had success in that area. What is going on? I was like, something must be going on. And I remember one day see her get into it with somebody. And listen, we all have a moment. We all may lose ourselves sometimes. You know, that doesn't mean something's wrong with you. But what I saw in that situation, I was like, that's it. What I saw was someone who had no control of their emotions. What I saw was someone who had no awareness, okay, and no understanding of how to properly express themselves. Now, can I say 100% that that is a common thing? But you understand, I'm a coach. I'm very intuitive. I know how to look deeper and understand when this is just more than a moment, right? And this is part of the character that hasn't developed in this individual. And I was like, that's it. That's what's throwing things off for this woman, who I believe if she can correct that, it'd be a game changer for her, okay? And so for a lot of women, learn that. If you watch my videos, I'm always talking about expressing yourself in a loving, calm manner. Being mindful of the energy, the spirit that you give off when you speak to people. Being mindful, again, of not letting your emotions get the best of you. And for some of you who are willing to be honest with yourself about these struggles, one, I applaud you and I encourage you. I don't want you to beat yourself up or feel down or feel like, man, that's why I lost a situation before, messed up. And I'm gonna be real with you. Like, as a coach, I've seen plenty of women, when they gave me the real story of what happened with them and a previous guy, yeah, the way they reacted and handled things did contribute heavily to why things did not work out. And unfortunately, a lot of times a woman, whether it be you, your friend, whoever, when they tell the story to other friends and family, they tend to leave out little bits and pieces that might expose where they contributed or created the problem, all right? And if you're questioning that, and hopefully you're still with me in this video and not in any way bothered by this, if you've ever got into it with a woman, another woman, and you had a mutual friend, and you talked to a mutual friend, you asked them, well, what's the story she gave you? Many of you would acknowledge when you hear the story, it's not the whole story. And it paints her as the more innocent while it's you or the bad one, right? So if you've had experience with women who've done that to you, what do you think they're doing when they're dealing with men? All right? They're not always giving the full story. But a lot of it boils down to a lack of emotional intelligence. And so developing that as a woman goes a long way with men, because again, believe it or not, so many men have dealt with women who outburst and talk to them all kinds of ways and all these different things. And it's just like, that's not going to make a man view you, or it's going to cause a man to just view you as just like the rest, rather than understand, no, this woman is different because she has learned how to master this area of her life. All right, so piggybacking off that first point of emotional intelligence, another trait that sets you apart from other women is being very clear, specific, and transparent, okay? So many of you may not realize, or maybe you do, that a lot of women can be very vague when they speak to men about certain things, about how they feel, about what they want, about what they expect. And one of the reasons why is because a lot of women feel like, why should I have to tell you exactly what it is? You should be willing to explore or figure it out, right? Or some may have the fear of, well, I don't want to give him the exact blueprint to what makes me happy in fear of he will then just use that to manipulate and use me rather than he'll actually use it for good. And there could be other reasons, but and some just haven't learned how to communicate in a clear, transparent manner. But the bottom line is that vagueness can become very frustrating for a man. And more specifically, for a man who actually is trying to love you and pour into you. I've had so many situations where a man, he could be married or a boyfriend, and him and his girl are going through some issues, and he'll say, like, if she just told me what she wanted and needed, I'd do it. But she doesn't ever tell me what it is. She's never clear with me. So this is what I always speak about, the example of, like, if you say to a man, I want more of your time. And let's paint the picture. You say to a man, I want more of your time. Let's say you're only seeing him once a week for whatever the reasons are. And he hears you say, I want more of your time. So he thinks, okay, I'm going to bump it up to 2 days a week, right? And then to you, you're still frustrated because what you really wanted was maybe 4 days or maybe every day, whatever it is, right? But all you said to him was, I need to see you more. So to him, picture the situation. He's giving you 2 days. To him, it's, man, I'm doing my thing. I'm showing this woman I'm serious. To you, you're frustrated. And your frustration, especially if at that point, because here's what happens a lot of times, you don't want to have to say it again. Because now it's like, I already told him once, and all he did was give me an extra day. I'm not saying it again. So now you're frustrated, but you're still dealing with him. He feels like I'm trying harder, but still getting this attitude from you or this frustration from you. And he doesn't understand what this is about. That creates, negativity within him. And the whole thing just becomes a huge mess. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Relationships are the key to a successful life. But there's 5 areas that we have to be mindful of when it comes to relationships. There's relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, relationship with family and friends,